Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we're going to tell you how to effectively modify your Glock so you can outshoot Bob Vogel, and some mods to take a hard pass on. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and let's start the show. Did you know that there are nearly 1 million possible modifications to your Glock, and then the average Glock shooter has roughly tried only half of them? That's some fire-hot statistical goodness for you right there, folks. And if that didn't get you hooked, then you're either clicking away from the video right now, or foaming at the mouth waiting for us to dive into the sweet and beautiful world that is Glock modding. Triggers for the Glock are a good mod to take a look at if you're looking to improve the performance of your pistol. The only people who like Glock's factory trigger are those who haven't shot anything else, or those who have only shot high points. There is a veritable menagerie of options for trigger upgrades out there, and they are all better than the factory. Barrels is up next, and threaded barrels for your Glock are sick. We definitely recommend them. Don't tread on me, but please, do suppress me. You can also get match grade barrels that will improve your accuracy, but honestly, it's not the most practical thing to spend your money on. I mean, how far do you really need to shoot your sidearm accurately? Maybe you're just taking those beer can plinking contests with your friends a little bit too seriously. Calm down, Carlos Halfcock. Some people like to go Gucci and get their gun barrel done up in pretty colors, and Tundra Tactical respects that. That was tough to say with a straight face. Magwell flares. If you are competing and every split second counts during your mag change, then this can be a great, almost essential modification. That little extra room for error can mean the difference between sliding a fresh mag home and booping yourself on the forehead while sprinting at full speed. But if you're a normal dude and just having fun at the range or using your Glock for your concealed carry weapon, you probably shouldn't waste your time with this because these add way too much bulk to the most critical dimension of the gun while making you look like a tryhard. Sights. It is a proven fact through much science that factory sights in almost every handgun are substandard. This is obviously on purpose so that you spend way more money on parts for your gun that should have been designed that way from the factory. I mean, how else would TrueGlow stay in business? Like trigger enhancements, these are pretty much an essential requirement for those who don't want to suck at life. Guide rods. IV8888 proved that if you mag dump a couple thousand rounds through a Glock as fast as humanly possible, it is in fact possible to ruin the factory polymer guide rod. If you really think this is something you're required to do, by all means, buy an aluminum guide rod. But if you're literally anybody else other than IV8888, you don't need to upgrade this. There is a laser guide rod though. I've never used one, but lasers do make everything better. So if you want a modded one, that's the one to pick. You can also get slides for your Glock that are totally skeletonized and promise to increase the speed your pistol can cycle. I have a secret for you though. You can't pull the trigger faster than your Glock can put a new round into battery. No, you can't. Trust me, don't try to argue with me on this. If you don't believe me, check out the Glock 18.
All right, you want to film this one?
Okay, well maybe you can, Jerry, but that was a Smith & Wesson, so it doesn't count. There is something to be said about balancing the recoil for faster follow-up shots, but if you can detect improvements that are that subtle, you shouldn't be asking our opinions in the first place. Let's admit it, it just looks awesome. Go Gucci if you don't like your money. I ain't your real dad. Carbine Conversions. Don't do this. It's silly and I don't understand why people are buying these. But they do look cool, so if you got one, send it to us. Love to check it out. 80% lowers. It is official, everyone. You can now build a Glock that has exactly 0 Glock parts. Glock perfection kind of loses its credibility when you've decided that you want to build a Glock, but can't be bothered with any actual Glock parts because you think they're trash compared to what you can mishmash online. The grips. Everybody knows that a grip should be grippy, so why don't they make it that way from the factory? Glock doesn't even label the grip zone, so I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right. Everybody knows that when you're carrying a handgun for serious use, you need to be able to grip the gun in the worst possible conditions. Wet, muddy, covered in blood. So I guess the best way to achieve this is to burn a 40 grit sandpaper texture into your Glock, ensuring that bloody and repeatable grip every time. If your Glock has finger grooves, make sure to file those suckers off. If you don't have any finger grooves, file them on. You could also glue some skateboard tape on there. The point that I'm trying to make here is that if you haven't modified your grip in some way, you obviously don't love your Glock. Shame on you. Alright guys, let's hold on for a second. Time out. I know that last one got you guys a little wound up, so let's just take a step back and cool it off a little bit. I want you guys all to listen closely to this last part. You're probably never going to hear me say this again. Possibly you want to mark it on your calendar. It's pretty hard for me to say, but James Yeager has a pretty good point when it comes to Glock mods. No, I have not hit my head, although I do feel a bit nauseated. He essentially says that when a Glock firearm comes from the factory, it was designed to work well and tested rigorously to perform at a high level of reliability with the parts that come with it. Any alteration to this potentially negates the quality control efforts of Glock. So if you're trusting your life to your Glock, make sure to think twice before doing any modifications to the function of your firearm, unless you really know what you're doing. Excuse me, I need to go wash my mouth out now. Oh man. Alright guys, so if you dislike this video, then I don't know what to do anymore. But if you like the video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and share it around with your friends. Consider subscribing to the channel and checking out our Patreon page to stay up to date on current and future content. And if you haven't done so already, head on over to the link in the description below to tpublic.com/user/Tundra Tactical to pick up one of these sweet new Tundra Tactical t-shirts. Thanks for watching guys, and you can now find us on Instagram at Tundra Tactical MN. Hooray! That was like huzzah, hooray, and hallelujah all mixed into one. Fuck it, cut it!